Cookie here. It's the Pat and JT podcast.
Pat and JT podcast.
We like to keep it simple, right?
We do. We try
Okay,
as
we
much
try.
as okay. And that's I have a story about keeping it simple.
Please,
Keeping it simple.
do tell.
And when you're talking to a almost 17-year-old boy, you need to keep it very simple. You need to keep it very direct. Use very few words. I was a 17-year-old boy. I still am a 17-year-old boy when it comes to my attention span. So last night I thought
I don't know if we can attribute that just to an age thing.
Right. So,
just gonna say.
but I overcompensated last night. Bennett, Beth, and I took Sophia to softball practice.
Okay.
Got
How's that
back.
going, by the way?
First one. It was
Very
the first
nice.
one. Yeah, so it's awesome.
Does she know where she's playing yet, or
No,
still trying to figure that out?
They started like grassroots yesterday.
She hasn't
didn't
played
go
before.
She played one season 2 years ago and was good and liked it.
And that was, well...
She played everywhere.
I was going to say, at that age, you just kind of, whoever gets wherever first, that's where they...
Outfield is boring. Shortstop's too scary. First base she likes, but there's 100 kids that want to play it. So that's basically the wrap-up of her that season.
Right now, yeah.
So, but they're
loved
starting over from the
outfield.
very beginning.
I loved outfield because I like
Did
to
you?
throw.
Yeah.
It's like I like to be, and I had a decent arm as a kid, so I liked being able. Not a lot of people hit out to me either at that age.
Yeah,
either.
that's why I didn't like outfield. It's because it was nothing.
Yeah.
And then the one time they do, it's the one time you're picking your nose.
I was third base though. That's what third base and pitcher.
Hot corner.
It was first base though too.
Yeah, I know.
There's a lot.
I love
lot of
first
action
base.
at first base.
First base was the best. First
like
base.
third.
That's why I like because I have my attention span. First base, you're involved in almost every play, so it's like I got to be on my toes. I can't. Outfield.
I love
nope.
the videos of little kids when they're playing ball, and all of a sudden a ball goes right by him, and he's sitting there looking at a plane up in the air or something because he's your shortstop.
My cousin Mark in soccer was dazing off during a game once. He was 7 or 8, looking up at an airplane, and my uncle went out and asked him. He's like, "Listen, dude, if you're not going to pay attention, I know you're 7 or 8." And he's like, "What are you looking at?" He goes, "Dad, that plane. What if a naked girl jumps out of there?" He's like, "Well, you know what? Good point, son. So go ahead, keep looking at the plane. You don't want to miss that. By all means, you don't want to miss that. Permission granted to watch the naked girl."
Leave him alone. Okay.
Gosh. So we took Sophia to practice, dropped her off, stayed for a little bit, and then she had a ride back home. And we went back to the house, and Bennett had just gotten home, and we decided, Beth and I, hey, let's go for a walk real quick. No problem. Bennett is sitting in the kitchen at the island eating, right? He has his AirPods in, watching something on his phone, eating, and we're having a conversation with him. And toward the end of this conversation, I said, "Hey, bud." And he goes, and I know parents that have kids out there that have
They can already see it in
phones.
their mind's eye.
They look down, they touch the screen to pause it, and look up. They go, That's the routine. They look down, they look at you. They in their eyes say, "Ugh," but they look at the screen, touch it, pause, and then they look up. He did that, right? Eye contact with him, and I said, "Bud, Beth and I are going to go for a walk. I'm leaving my phone here. Beth's leaving her phone here. I'm not going to have my watch on."
What?
Yeah. So I'm like,
Are you crazy? Why?
Because it's
How can you do that? What if there's an emergency and you can't video it?
That's what it is. Good point. I never thought about that. Well, because when we walk, we get sweaty. I don't want to hold on to my phone and get sweaty. And because I wear little short workout pants and workout shorts.
There's a lanyard thing that'll hold your phone. And then there's also like and I know you won't, but for Beth, there's like the yoga pants, but they have a side pocket right on your thigh. Your phone fits in it perfect. It's really super handy.
I've seen some of the kids at school.
So it's not
wearing
like
those,
having the big old bump on your butt,
Yeah.
or trying to stuff it in the waistband, but just it sits in that side pocket. For guys,
just walk with a wife that has that little side pocket on her
that
yoga
would
pants.
work. Or even, isn't there like an armband thing that they can do for? Oh, those are all douchey.
Yeah,
Right?
They're not douchey.
Right? Is that what it is?
They're not douchey.
We want you to wear your damn fanny pack and put it in there.
If I had one, if she'd let me get one, I would have a fanny pack.
I literally have one that I wear every time I walk Jack, because that's where I put my phone, is in that, because then I'm listening to it and it's right there, so I can.
I love the fanny pack idea.
I think you should get a fanny pack. You've been wanting one for decades.
That is perfect. All right, Yay. I'm writing that down.
Okay, anyway, for this,
writing that down.
With this story though.
But this we decided not to. You know, I'm talking a 17-year-old kid. He's eating. He's going to do homework and take a shower and whatever, and we're going to go for a walk. It's never more than 30 minutes. Like,
so
we have a
basically,
path.
you aren't going to be able to reach us for 30 minutes.
No. And I said, "Okay, bud." He goes, "Yep." I said, "Okay, yep." And phones.
Repeat that back to me.
That's what I'm going to do next time. So we leave and we truck around the neighborhood. It's maybe 30, 35 minutes. We get back and we walk up and we notice his car's gone. I'm like, okay, no big deal. But we didn't have a key. Bennett was home. Why did we take a key? We didn't take a key.
And he locked the door when he left.
Locked the door when he left. So I walk, and no phone, no watch. They can't call. No, can't get in. Can't call
for help.
New neighborhood. Don't know many neighbors.
It's an emergency and nobody can video it.
Right. And nobody can video it because we don't have our phone. So we're trying to decide what we're going to do. It's like maybe 3 minutes. And we hear this car revving. It's like driving really fast. He's got a little Honda. And we hear this from in the distance. We hear beep, 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 like this horn. And we look down our street, which is a slow, gradual curve. And we see him almost on two wheels. Around and beep, 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 honking and waving out the door. I'm like, oh my God. She goes, what happened? Something must have happened. There's an emergency, something. And he screeches up in front of the driveway at the end, passenger window down. Where were you guys? What? He goes, where were you? What happened? I said, what's going on? Is there something wrong? He goes, I couldn't find you.
Like he just woke up.
And I said, what? I said, we told you we were leaving. We didn't have a phone. Is everything okay? Yeah, everything. He goes, everything's fine. I said, what'd you need? He goes, I just couldn't find you. You guys were just gone. You left. Where'd you go? I said, dude. And Beth is like, are you kidding me? Like, dude, we told you everything. Everything we're doing.
We're leaving our phones here. We're going for a walk. We're done all that stuff.
He said he got finished watching a show and he took his AirPods out. That's the key, is you have to make sure they take at least one AirPod out because it's not guaranteed that they shut that thing off. They just touch the screen.
Right.
And he said he yelled it in the house. Dad?
Oh my God.
And then, of course, I look at my phone. There's a text. Where are you? And he heard my phone going.
Freaked out.
He freaked out. He's like, I don't know if you guys left. You got kidnapped. I had no idea. Of course, he goes right to the worst possible.
Right. So I'm going to jump in my car and drive around the neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's the first thing I should
do. At about probably, it's a 35 in our neighborhood. Obviously.
Oh, my God.
Oh, he's going at least 50.
Oh, my God.
He was so freaked out. Like, dude.
That's hilarious.
So from now on, pro tip, make sure your kids repeat back to you what the plan is.
Maybe just write him a note next time. Send him a text.
There you go. Okay, but he's a kid that has on his little message thing.
Yeah.
Has in the triple digits of notifications on messages that he hasn't opened. Doesn't drive him crazy. Drives me nuts.
That's unnecessary. That's totally.
Yeah, he's just like, oh, I know they texted, so I just said, I'm like, just clear them out.
Clear them out, please.
So sending a text won't matter.
Just so it just like settles my nerves that I know that you at least acknowledge them enough to just delete them.
Yeah.
That would be nice. Oh
if the fanny pack idea doesn't work, doesn't fly with Beth, then it'll be the repeat back to me plans. But fanny pack's what I'm going for because then you can carry a snack.
Right?
You can carry anything.
It's super handy. Have my little fanny pack on. Way I go.
All right, I'm excited.
It's like it function, right? Function over form. I don't care if it's not the fashion of the day, but I hear they're kind of making a comeback.
They are. Sophie got one for Christmas last year. It was like $40. North Face, and they're not called fanny packs. They're called
whatever
utilities. They're called something, so it doesn't sound as dorky as
Still
fanny
a
pack.
fanny pack, because where's it at?
It's in your front, so it's
well, it's in
fronty
the front,
pack.
so it's not like it used to be. That's
Yeah.
oh God, don't you love when you see somebody who does wear the fanny pack on the fanny?
Yeah. Well, if you're really working hard and exercising, you might have to put it back there.
Right? Maybe that's the deal. I'm not sure. Anyway, all right. So I had a couple of events yesterday. First one made me really mad, and I'm not going to name names
Why not? We can do whatever we want.
because
Can you name is it an organization? Is it a person? Is it a
car dealer,
Okay.
and I'm going to say they're not in Omaha.
Okay.
And anyway, I needed to get my oil changed, and so I real quick looked online. See what their hours are. Well within it, easily. I got there over an hour before they closed. They quit taking people 27 minutes before I got there.
Why don't they close? Say they close
Because that's the last time they let you. They'll accept more oil changes because then they'll get everybody done by the time they're closed. And they just recently changed their policy
and not their website.
I said, well, online, and I kept a screenshot. I was like, I drove all the way there to be told, I'm really sorry. I'm like, you're going to send me home?
Do you know how long that country mile is? That's a long time.
It's an hour and 4 minutes till you close. Hour and 3 minutes. I'm
There is
sorry.
no excuse for them not to do that for you, to make you leave.
I'm really sorry. I said, I'm sure you are. Thank you. And that was it. There was.
You didn't complain, or you just left? Oh, I would have been lit up. I would have been pissed.
I will. I wanted to just go breathe just for a second.
So you might get a free oil change out of this deal.
So, well, it is anyway because it's a lease. But anyway, I don't know what they could do to make this better, but I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. It's like I'm just trying to imagine customer service land. When you go off to customer serviceville, whatever, they're right there, and they drove.
Right.
I made a point to say back to Omaha.
Yeah. Well, then they can look at
I'm
where
really sorry.
They can look in your account and see your address. Like they know.
They didn't pull up my account. They just walked before I rolled down the window and he looks in, hand on the roof, hand on the door or on the window, leans down. I'm really sorry. We changed our policy, and so we don't take any cars after 27 minutes ago.
I wouldn't have left. I wouldn't have left without creating a scene.
And I'm looking. I was just like dumbfounded.
Like what?
But I'm here. I'm like, you're open for at least another hour.
That's what we talked about with Taco Bell that time, where they closed at 10, but the kitchen closed at 9:30.
That's baloney.
Like that's total baloney.
You should just say you close at 9:30.
Whatever.
Yes, kitchen, or at least just tell people kitchen closes at 9:30.
Oil changes stop being accepted at 6. We close at 8.
Right. Yep. So
simple.
So
I'd have been mad.
I took the long way home coming back.
To calm down.
Yeah. So anyway, but on the bright side, when I got home, I went and got Jack. So he was at doggy daycare doing his thing. And I had found the other day, I was looking for something else, and I found something that I forgot I even had, and I couldn't use it before because I had cats. And as I think I've talked about, that Flash passed away. And so I have one dog. That's all I've got in my house. I've gone from one critter away from needing a kennel license to having one dog.
Yeah.
That's what I've got right now. So
I like the right now.
Right now.
I caught that.
Never say never. I get it.
Right now.
But I had been given one of those door screens with the magnets.
Oh, I love those things. Look cool.
Right? So you can walk out and then it goes.
Yeah, I love.
Does
it really do that?
It does.
It makes
and
that.
I put it on my back door
How sweet
because
is that?
I have Jack, and Jack, I don't really care if he goes in and out. It's the cat I didn't want out because the cat wasn't an outdoor cat. So I was like, oh my God, I can put this up.
Yeah.
It took about 90 seconds to teach Jack that he could go through it, and he was having a blast. I mean,
That he wasn't going to get clotheslined.
He was giddy. He would just push his nose through, and then he'd run through, and then his tail would wag all over the place. Like, I just ran through the screen. And now I'm thinking this probably will be a bad deal next time he gets around a real screen. But
make sure you have your phone with you so you can video it, though. Because that screen is not going to make it if he does that.
if he has a real,
No, he'll go right through it.
So now he'll go out and get his whatever and bring it in and drops it at my feet. So then I'll get up and go throw it off.
So now you can even be lazier to play. You can throw
lazier because I don't have to open the door.
You just have to throw it hard enough to get it through the screen.
I still get up and walk out to go do it, but I don't have. It's not open and shut, open and shut, open and shut. That was getting.
I saw one of those as a garage door.
Yeah.
Husker party was going on in the neighborhood this weekend, and somebody had a couple of them aligned along the garage. That's
they really
brilliant.
do work. They really do. I'm sure they're not absolutely 100% foolproof, but neither are screen doors. You know, I mean, just like your regular slider screen doors on the. Because I have like the French door, right thing. So it has the one screen that constantly gets off the track, and then I just want to tear it in half when it gets stuck, and get it back on. Then everything's fine again. Or he runs into it once, and then it's off track again.
Makes you so mad.
Yeah. So
That's
so
brilliant.
I put it up because I've had it for years, and I totally forgot because I
the
always
cats
had a
have been
cat.
gone.
Couldn't use it. Yeah. So that was fun.
That's awesome. Yeah. So that was a good end to that.
All in all, it was. Yeah. It was a good end to the day. It came around really good. And then there's one other thing I was gonna throw out here for you. Something that I saw on Twitter, and you may have seen it too because it went viral. I mean, went viral. And when it started off, this girl had 7,000 followers, and I looked her up, and she is a writer, and she writes for several different publications, and she's disabled, and she had put out there during the last round of Trollgate, people said I should be banned from posting photos of myself because I'm too ugly. So I'd just like to commemorate the occasion with these 3 selfies. And she posted 3 selfies of herself. Of course, selfies of herself. Duh. Anyway.
Selfies of somebody else.
But I looked up because I mean, people went so far as to say things like that she's fat, she's ugly, she looks like a blobfish, she's a parade balloon, she's a potato with a face. It went on and on and on. And she has been writing her lifestyle blog for quite a few years. She's been in Good Housekeeping, New York Times. The list goes on and on of publications that she's been in. She was from birth. She was disabled, and she has a couple of different syndromes. And she's only like 3'9" tall. Some of her joints were fused at an angle, and over the years they've had 25 different surgeries to correct that. It also affected the way her bones fused in her face and the way her face developed, because she was so tiny as well. Some things appear larger than they should be, but they're actually normal size.
Yeah.
But she's so tiny.
So little.
And so she has a blog, and I'm just going to throw it out there if you get a chance. It's called So About What I Said, and it's Melissa Blake blog.
People are jerks.
They really are.
I mean, that's so stupid. Like that kid that designed that had that Tennessee T-shirt that was bullied because of the design, and now Tennessee has taken it and created an actual official T-shirt out of it. I mean, you can.
I know.
Suck it, bullies, because that's BS.
It really was. When I first saw that story, I thought that poor kid, he just so bad wanted an official T-shirt, and he made his own UT shirt. So University of Tennessee. Orange shirt, he wrote it on there with a marker.
It's so awesome.
Like a marker, right? And so, yeah, they took his design and they put it together.
So great.
So real quick, she was born in 1981 and born with what's called Freeman-Sheldon syndrome, which is a genetic bone and muscular disorder. She's had now 26 surgeries. I take it back. And she writes wonderfully. I mean, her writing is so good. But she just talks about her struggles. She loved writing from day one. She studied journalism in college, worked on the newspaper there, editor-in-chief, graduated from Northern Illinois University. And just the mere fact that people would take time out of their day to say some of the things that they said. She's been on everything from New York Times, Racked, Good Housekeeping, Glamour, Cosmo, Elle. I mean, on and on. And she's like,
how angry are you, or how crappy is your life where you have to say that about somebody else?
It's true. And so I grabbed it. I did retweet it on my timeline on Twitter. If you get a chance, when I retweeted it, it just had a few thousand posts. She has 236 now thousand likes.
Wow, all because you retweeted it.
I'm sure it's all because of me. But she says, welcome new followers. This tweet is certainly doing well, and I thank you for stopping by. I'm a freelance writer covering relationships and disabilities. You can subscribe to my blog if you're so inclined. And
we'll put that in the show notes too of the podcast.
Absolutely.
So you can click on it.
Absolutely. So it's Melissa Blake at Melissa Blake or at Melissa Blake or MelissaBlakeblog.com. Sorry,
awesome.
At Melissa Blake. But I just want to pass along because she's an amazing writer to be with, but nonetheless, just the response that she got for posting those selfies, screw them.
Yeah, seriously, screw them. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so a lot of people taking up for her. She's got people following her now from Dubai, and they're all just throwing out so many good vibes to her. Good morning, beautiful.
How great
welcome
does that
to
feel?
Post some more stuff.
I would
just
love
subscribed.
it if these people threw that hatred down. I would just love to see them turn the camera around and see what they look like.
Thank you.
Because I'm sure they are just dump trucks.
Those are the ones that are hiding behind their keyboard, and she's putting it all out there and laying it on the line.
Pigs.
So there. Okay, on that note,
I want to thank Kugler Vision for being a supporter of our podcast.
Man, do we. I tell you what, they've been with us, and we've said this over and over, and we so appreciate the fact they stepped up early on.
And they are good-looking people, all of them.
They really are. We've had both the doctors, Dr. Kugler and Dr. Stuntz, have both been in here. Kugler Vision itself has the reputation precedes it, right? I mean, you already know about Kugler Vision before you walk in the door. We went in for the consultation. Highly encourage you to do the same thing, just so you can find out where you're at.
And right now, just since you're listening to our podcast, they're going to throw everybody that is listening to our podcast a $500 credit towards a procedure. It's incredible.
Just a thank you for supporting the podcast, and in a way, actually, a way for us kind of to thank you too.
Right.
I really appreciate them doing that. And so that's through the end of the year. Pat and JT 2019 is the code phrase.
So just remember our names and then the year. super simple.
But yeah, mention the podcast and get online at kuglervision.com. Schedule that consultation. That's just where it starts. They are not high pressure, folks. That they just want to make sure that your eyes are taken care of and you have all the best options possible.
That's right. Thank you for listening to Pat and JT. That's us, and this is our podcast.
Pat and JT Podcast, a Parkville Media Production.